Hi, everybody. It's Andrea, and today we're going to do a meditation to let go of fear and worry so that we can have more space to just enjoy our life, enjoy the moment. And do you ever notice that maybe you kind of have this constant fear or worry of the other shoe dropping? What's going to go wrong next? Or maybe you find yourself just enjoying life, things are going well, and you actually feel like if I'm not worrying something, I have to worry to protect myself. And this sort of hypervigilance can be really common, but what it does is it really takes you out of the moment and it takes you out of enjoying your life. Worrying doesn't actually protect you from something bad happening, it just steals your joy in the moment. And you're not alone. Many people learn this. Life can be bumpy and life can be full of metaphorical and literal bumps and bruises and scrapes, and even the bigger broken bones and emergencies and surgeries, literal and metaphorical. And just like the body can learn to live, it can adapt to the fear and worry, and it can actually, the body can learn to live in a hyper vigilant state where leading to things like autoimmune conditions or inflammation. Emotionally and mentally, people can learn to live in this state as well. And what if you're really ready to live in a different way? You're ready to let some of this go and just live in the present and enjoy your life and lean a little bit more into trust. And my guess is if you're listening to this meditation, that you're ready to take that step, or maybe you already have. And this reminds me of, I was working with a client the other day doing a reading, and she's been doing all of this deep work, taking a lot of steps and feeling like, well, things are going well. And okay, what's next? Like, what do I have to do next? How do I hold on to this? And what I saw for her, her next step is actually to let joy be okay. Let enjoyment of the life be okay. And let that be her baseline. And so we're going to work on releasing a little bit of that fear and worry here so that we can step into that place of really just enjoying. So go ahead and close your eyes and give yourself a nice deep breath, maybe the deepest breath you've had all day. And just let that breath just fill your belly, fill your abdomen, and release. And just notice the weight of your hips in the chair or the floor, and just feel that anchoring of your body. Just taking a moment to tune in to the breath, the body, letting anywhere that there's noticeable tension, maybe your shoulders or your jaw, just soften lightly. And now, with your eyes closed, bring your awareness up behind your eyes, behind that space in the center of your head, between your temples and your forehead, the seat of the awareness, the space where we can see and just witness. And just let your awareness rest lightly up there. And we're going to begin with just noticing Sort of a baseline. How much of this space of sort of constriction, worry, fear, hypervigilance of the next thing going wrong, control, how much of that is your baseline? How much of that do you live in? Like if you were to look at maybe a gauge of 0 to 100, with 100% being all the time, or maybe you just see a number pop up out in front of you. Let yourself see, sense, or know kind of what's your baseline. Then you don't have to judge it. You can just let it be. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no gold stars, and there's no failing. And if you're like, I don't know what the number is, if you did know, what would the number be? And you don't have to judge it. You can just let it be. This is a place where you and much of humanity has learned as survival, survival part of the brain, survival from experiences, even evolution and our families. And so you can even thank it for what it's given you, for how far it's taken you. And now that we've witnessed, how much of the time do you spend typically in this space of looking out for what's going to go wrong, constricted and tight, sort of this control, worry, fear space? Notice any emotions that come up for you as you sit with this. And again, we're not judging. You don't have to change. You're just witnessing. So you can invite any emotions related to this to just come to the surface, to maybe run through your body a little bit, to speak to you. Maybe there's some sadness, some anger, some more worry. And you can let the emotions sort of run through your body and bubble up to the surface to the extent that you're comfortable. And you can also notice, is there, where do the emotions live in your body? Is it in the tension in your shoulders? Is it a tightness in your chest or in your solar plexus, or an ache in your lower abdomen? You don't have to change or fix them. You can just be with them. What you're doing is you're giving space for your experience that you have from living in a place of whatever degree of hypervigilance, trying to keep yourself safe, controlling an outcome. And just breathe. And you might have some realizations. Holy crap, I didn't know that there was this much. I didn't realize it affected me this way. I didn't know I was living with this much. And soften your belly and just let it be okay, whatever you notice, whatever your experience. And now one last step out in front of you. I want you to visualize like a really big soap bubble. When I was a kid, I don't know if you ever saw these, there were the magic bubble ones that were just enormous, and you would dip it in like a kiddie pool full of the bubble soap, and it would just make like this enormous soap bubble. So visualize out in front of you a nice big soap bubble, maybe like arm's length away. And this soap bubble has the power to magnetize and collect anything from your space that you're ready to let go of relating to this, anything that might be feeding this in you, a memory, an experience, an energy. It could be a conversation, it could be a person, it could be a string of words or colors coming out of your space. And we're not trying to stuff away the emotional experience. You're just letting go of an energy that is partially keeping you locked in the survival pattern. So you can just invite whatever's ready to let go of to release into that soap bubble. And just with your intention, it will start to happen. And you might see it, sense it, feel it, hear it, know it. And you only let go of what you're ready to in any moment. So you don't have to worry about letting go of too much or letting go of something you need. There's more worry. You can just let it go. Start singing Elsa, Let It Go to you. And you can stay anchored, your sit bones on the chair or the floor, your awareness in the center of your head, your soft breath, safe in your body as you let go of a piece of something that's keeping you stuck in this pattern. So as you release, you're creating space and freedom. And just a few more breaths. And then you can take that soap bubble. If you feel like there's more to come out, you can always pause the recording and release more, or pause it and do it again. But send that soap bubble, maybe you like blow it with your psychic hand, or a strong breeze comes and it sends it off to outer space or over the ocean, and it just pops and it de-energizes anything you let go of. And just give yourself another nice deep breath or two. And just take a moment to notice what shifted, maybe in your body, in your emotional space, in your awareness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and stretch. Well done. And we will follow this up. I'll follow this up with a part 2 to bring in and create and anchor the vibration of what is it to rest in present moment peace and contentment and trust. Thank you for joining me. I'm Andrea.